If somebody's playing on PC right now, are we using the same CL? The same game version? So it's 45232. I think the only reason it looks different is because there's no menu on the right-hand side. Are you on the experimental? Are you on the early access version? Well, the release version. Normal branch, okay. So a couple of snapshots behind it. Options. So we got video, performance, balanced, quality. We'll first start off with quality and see what that's like. Motion blur off, gamma. I am going to, obviously... Oh, it's one of these kind of menus. Well, like if you just go over, if you just use left or right, it takes you in and out. Audio. Music. Click it, bring it down. Let's just kind of bring that down to about 60, that'll do. What the? Oh, you can type it in. Okay. That's pretty cool. So if you press X on it again, obviously I'm on PlayStation right now. And for those people wondering on the YouTube why you're on PlayStation, because you might be an Xbox bloody warrior. I don't need an Xbox when I've got PC, right? So I get all the PlayStation ones for the exclusives. We will gameplay. Let me make sure Retina 4B mode is on. Is there anything else on here that a little bit? Wireless controller speaker volume. Oh yeah. I wonder if they'll have any form of I've got to change this. Got to change it to my normal green. Save changes. Wait. Apply. Confirm. Wait, did I change the before? Oh no, I didn't. I didn't confirm it with that. Apply. Confirm. Alright, here we go. Right, let's do a brand new game. We are going to keep the intro on because I want to see what everything's like. We're going to start in the grasslands. And we are going to go into creative mode. Progression. We're going to unlock all tiers. Propulsion systems. We're going to do complete. Unlock all research in MAM. Unlock all stuff in the awesome shop. Confirm. No build cost. Unlock alternate recipes instantly. Okay. Apply. Start game. We don't want to skip the intro though. Start game. Confirm. That looks massive. The Satisfactory. Because I think... I don't know if it's... I'm pretty sure this is in 1080p. Oh, what the?
Group A dispersion initiated. Reinstancing master nucleus to Kira's functional 436 dispersion B1. Hello, this is Ada, your new local instance of
Can you guys... This is coming through my controller, by the way.
I want to congratulate you on saving the day. Welcome to every single kitten and puppy would thank you if they could. You have proven yourself to be a worthwhile and productive member of the human race, and have contributed something to this universe that will forever change it.
Wait,
Thanks to your achievement, the next generation of pioneers
I've just realized, because I skipped everything, I've just realized.
You have been promoted to local production manager. Effective immediate. Fix-It selected planets are rich with resources.
And now we've got
further investigation.
Game complete, chat. Who needs a speedrunner? There we go.
And that is why the world is counting on pioneers.
Game
like
complete.
You. Fix-It. Short-term solutions to long-term problems.
Game complete. We've done it, chat.
Initiating planet. Thanks to
See,
Dakota 23.
You still don't get to see nuclear, chat.
In 3, 2, 1. Beginning arrow assist.
Drawing chaos. Yeah, Epiphany. You got nothing on me for speedrunning.
Descent phase begun. Decelerating.
I can't get rid of the
Deploying parachute.
it's the credits.
Deploying backup parachute. Skipping parachute. Landing phase begun. Activating retro propulsion.
Whoa! Oh shit.
Touchdown. Planet
Touchdown.
pod complete. Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable. Congratulations.
All right, there we go.
You are
I've removed
declared in your
Nightbot from
region to
the
survive
YouTube chat.
planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, ABB, in the binary
right.
system of Akicha.
Okay.
Loading objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding.
Begin onboarding. I've got the credits here still.
Safety tool supplied due to presence of
Bean!
alien megafauna. Adhere to Fix-It procedure and equip the Fix-It Inc. Xeno Zapper before leaving the drop zone.
I need. I don't know if you guys can see what's going. Can I close the credits now? No, I still can't close the credits. Oh my god. Oh, this is weird. This is weird. So you use the right stick to switch the area.
Next objective, dismantle the drop pod. Fix-It incorporated as cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. The drop pod will be recycled to construct the first stage of the habitat and utility base.
Everything is fine. This is just a normal Bitz video. I'm waiting for these credits to go. Waiting for these credits. No. So you cannot share saves or blueprints from PC to console. You cannot do that. There is cross-play with other consoles. You cannot play with PC players. Hey! We did it! The credits are ended. Oh, they've added the DualShock controller at the bottom now. Bean? Alright, we're in game. So I can already tell and feel, right, that we're capped at 30 FPS right now. I can already tell you that. We are playing on a quality setting, which is expected, right? This is normal, especially if you want... It looks pretty, don't get me wrong. It still looks pretty. Obviously, dialing the sensitivity. Oh, okay, so if I press that... What's main mode? Build mode, okay. hologram lock mode, customization mode, dismantle mode. Oh my god, there's many different modes. So the first thing I'm definitely going to do is change my sensitivity, because it is very, very stiff. And before you say anything, I mean the sensitivity. Gotta make sure to press square to apply. Okay, that's a bit better. This is definitely something you've got to get used to. So this is what quality looks like. Just visually. Let's just get some shadows in here as well. And we can see the fog up there. So let's... this is quality. Let's change it to... let's change it to performance so we can definitely see the difference. Let's apply that. So, okay. So the render distance has dropped dramatically, as we can see by all the grass. The volumetric fog is not as thick. And some of the lightings has changed as well. But now I feel like I'm on 60 FPS. You know? It's a lot smoother. But yeah, the render distance is just a lot lower. Which is not so bad, to be honest. You know? Yeah, if you're on the PS5, if you're on the PS5 Pro, they've increased the render distance, haven't they, on the performance mode. So this is performance. Let's have a look at balanced. I'm pretty sure they stated in the video that if you're on balanced, you're going to be looking at somewhere like 45 FPS. So let's apply balanced. It's changed my resolution. We're getting off it. Ugh. I feel like, why does balanced has put me down to like 720p, or is this 1080p? What is this? This looks horrendous. Is this 1080p? Does some of you peasants play on this 1080p? I'm memeing. I'm memeing. 1080p. Is this 1080p or is this 720p? Has it put motion blur on as well? Hold on. No, motion blur's off. No feed pigs. Can't go higher, but I play on Ultra. 1080i, actually. Video. So wait, why is balanced? Let me go back to performance. That's going to put me back to 4K or 1440p. I feel like this is 1440p. Yeah. This feels like it's 1440p now. Mean? But this is 1440p at 60 FPS. This feels nice. If we go back to quality, I feel like it's not put my resolution back. Oh no, we are at 4K 60. Oh no, yeah. No, we are at 4K 60, but that doesn't look, it doesn't look like 4K 60. I am not seeing, honestly, why people would want to play on quality. The only thing different that you're going to be seeing is just the foliage and the gas. We've not seen what it looks like on belts, though, how the belts will look when they're full, so we'll test that as well. Well, let's go back down to quality, performance. Because this just runs a lot smoother anyway. You know? So yeah, this is not 4K. This is definitely... I think this is 1080p. Because this is not super crisp on my monitor right now. So let's go into dismantle mode. The render distance is actually lower. This is lower than the quality. So that's why I feel like we're on 60 FPS now. We're either on 60 or 45. It's definitely smoother though. So we can see here, like, that's where the render distance is. But we don't know what it's going to be like on belts, so we're going to do a science on belts.
Next objective. Use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron to be able to build the hub. If you cannot find iron...
Can you hear this coming through, by the way, when it's on this side of my microphone? So you can hear it coming through twice. It's coming through my microphone. Audio. Wireless controller speaker. Turn off. Confirm. Yeah, it'll be quiet. It's on the back end of the... If I pull it here, though, you'll be able to hear it. But if it's on this side, yeah. So, yeah, so this is definitely 1080p. And it feels 45 or 60 FPS. It's smooth though, playable, but we don't know what it's going to be like later on in the game. Hold up to bring up the resource scanner. Okay, so we hold up and then use the right stick to scan what we want. Obviously, we've unlocked everything. Select the iron and release the scan iron nodes. Boop. If I press the middle, oh. Oh, okay. So this is how you enter this. So you press on the PlayStation pad, you press the touchpad in. That's screenshot, okay. But that's just for PlayStation screenshot. I'm gonna have to get myself a PS5 Pro, you know. That to-do list. Yeah, I'm kind of curious on... so we got middle mouse button. Oh, hi. It's going to be so much harder to combat on this. I feel so stiff.
Samples of new alien species acquired.
Oh.
Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
Have I just noticed something that is on here but not on PC? So if I hold square, you've got auto pickup, right? You know, if you hold E, right? Hold to toggle auto pickup. Like, I can just use the left thumbstick now and just run around and auto pick it up, right? Where normally on PC, you have to hold E, right? As you're running around. Or you hold your pickup, right? There's no toggle on PC. But it kind of makes sense why they added it for console, though, which is pretty smart. And then if I just hold square here, it then unlocks it. 1.2 feature leaked.
Next objective. Use the build gun to construct the hub. Iron is a base component necessary for all near-future progress, so ensure you build the hub close to iron sources. Fix-it does not pay by the kilometer.
See, this is the thing for me, is, in my opinion, if you're sat at a PC, more than likely you're going to be using mouse and keyboard to play with, right? But I feel like if you're on a couch or a sofa or whatever, that's when you're more than likely going to have a controller, right? Unless you're like a proper, like, basement gamer and you have a couch as a, in front of your desk, right? You're like a proper basement, white tank top, Cheeto eating person, right? Right? I feel like I've just called out majority of the community. Only biofuel for power. Yeah. So press L1 to open the build menu. We can just scroll around like we can normally do. You know something? It's responsive and smooth. The menu's responsive. Search for a building, which brings up here. We can search for sign, search for what we want. But yeah, the menus are responsive. Switch area with the right sticks. Or you can just use the D-pad, which I just find easier anyway, instead of using the right stick. If I press R1, doesn't do anything. Triangle opens this. I kind of like... Why does this look cleaner? Is it? It's because there's no power shards and stuff at the top, right? And plus the menu's obviously a little bit bigger because on PC you get to change or customize your UI, right, for like scalability, which you get to do. So open the build menu. Is it wanting me to place down the hub? See, for me, with the way I've been playing for years in Satisfactory, I always build and jump and point at the location. You really have to be... I don't know if it's just because I'm not used to playing with controller, really. Is that I have to really look at the location and place it, like... You've got to basically play as like just a casual player. Even though it's very much a casual game, I still play with some speed. But you're going to have a lot more control in placement in where you want to kind of place.
Hub foundation built. The hub terminal and crafting bench are only the humble beginnings of a successful fix-it pioneer, but essential for the next steps of onboarding. Once finished, the hub will function as your base of operations.
Yes, it will.
Next objective, complete hub upgrade 1.
Can you lock to grid base? It doesn't say anything about locking to grid base. Ah. Oh, so this is how you select items on your hotbar. They need to do this for PC. They need this for PC. I would 100% use this. Even though, yes, I could go to press 7 or 8 on the keyboard. Why do they not have, like... I prefer wheels. You guys see how quick I build. Yeah, I know, but I'm not talking about controller for PC. I'm talking for mouse and keyboard, right? So normally, because I'm a person that never takes my hand off WASD, right? I would love a button on my mouse that opens the hotbar that I'm on. right? Because I'm super quick with the mouse. With the wheels. I really like the wheels. Like these. And I can switch to the next hotboys from here. Because a lot of people ask why I don't use hotboys. It's because, again, I don't take my hands off WASD. And I can reach like to 6 to 7 at a push on my keyboard, right? I could just get an MMO mouse, but you know what I mean? I just don't use it because of that. But I feel like that it should be an option for PC. I feel like this should be an option for PC. It'd be kind of nice. No, I don't have a Naga. I use the thingy, the Basilisk. Got 3 buttons on the side. The funny thing is, though, is I was actually thinking the other day if I should pick myself up a thingy mouse, because the only reason I go with this mouse is I used to use the Naga mouse, like the Ryzen Naga mouse, which has the is it 12 buttons on the side? I think it has got 12 keys on the side. And the reason I don't use that anymore is because I started doing more FPS after Satisfactory started releasing, so I switched back over. And Razer sent me these mice, didn't they? So, like, you know what I mean? What's up, Pip? The middle mouse duplicate feature makes hotboys. It does, but this thing is, though, the reason I would use hotboys is for blueprints, right? That's what I would use hotboys for, is for blueprints. Because if you've got, the way you should always do it is put one of every main core item in your hotbar, right? Because once you've got one item in your hotbar and you placed it down, you can then place it, grab the assembler, open up the wheel, you can then switch to a constructor, refinery, and all that kind of stuff, right? What was we doing? Hub upgrades cost, parts like iron rods can be crafted at crafting. Right, we need to do the crafting. Even though we don't, because we're technically, I mean, what's that? I could have spawned things in. But like, you guys see how fast I build, right? And I build pretty fast. Wait, I thought I unlocked all the phases. I thought we skipped the phases. Select milestone. Oh yeah, we've got to wait. We've got to build the hub, haven't we? Build the hub, and then we can do it. But so far, the experience on PS5, coming from someone like me, who is a proper, like, visual snob, it's not bad. You know, I think just for the casual PlayStation player, for console player, I should say, it's a good experience so far. We've not got really, like, down into the, like, the main core of the building stuff yet, but we're just going to do the basic, you know, the hub assembly parts, and then we'll go into, we'll have everything unlocked and we can start playing around. Yeah, we've got to do the hub first before we get all the unlocks. Yeah. But like, with Satisfactory anyway, it's very much a chill game, so like, building fast is not... Oh, how do I put my torch on, actually? How do I put my torch on? Okay, so if I hold left, that's the thing here. How do I put my torch on? Holster, emotes, menu, scan, movement, toggle, sprint, ammo, ping, jump, crouch, descend, toggle, auto, pick up, radar, menu. Where's torch? Am I being a spoon? Yeah, I've tried the joystick buttons. Toggle, spring, ping, aim, camera, jump, crouch, descend, toggle, auto, pick up, inventory, radar menu, switch tool, toggle, specific radar, radio menu, dismantle mode, hotbar, scan, resource radar, holster, emotes, ammo, mode selection, not detonate noblices with L3 or R3. Am I just being blind? Jump, aim, camera, movement, switch build mode,
Hey, Bitz.
It's weird. Give me a quick second, chat. Give me a quick second. I just need to go for a quick bio break before we continue. Okay. Woo! That was quick. That was quick. I'm on the PS5. Playing on the PS5. Well, we're trying it on the PS5. Alright. In the switch tool radical menu. Which is that? Switch tool. Oh, flashlight. Oh, so you gotta hold that and press left. Okay. So you can unholster. And then use your flashlight. You hold R1 and press left on the D-pad. Okay. So they have thoroughly... Because to think about it, Satisfactory has so many different controls. So many different key bindings. Right? Do we unlock rods? We did.
Hub upgrade 1, storage and frame completed.
Storage and frame completed.
Can now be made in the workshop. Congratulations on completing your first milestone, the first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the Fix-It mission. Next objective, complete Hub upgrade 2.
Okay. We got a box. So I guess the good feature about switching with the right stick to go over to the right stick is so you don't have to go over, you're like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then move over. Right? That's the good thing about it. Playing with the controller. It's weird. Playing with the controller is weird. And that's just a me thing, right? It's just one of them where you kind of get used to it. The good thing about a controller is getting some nice cinematic flying shots, especially on PC, right? So if I wanted to get some like B-roll for a video, I know I can control my camera and the smoothness by creating some nice... As you can tell, like with what I'm doing now, you can get some nice panning, right? That's the only reason I would use controller on a PC with this game. But from what I'm experiencing so far, what they have done in regards to so if I switch over to here, the square button in the middle switches, which makes sense. So if I'm on the left-hand side, I'll take all, because this is my storage. But if I switch over here, it goes to store all. You know? Right. What did I need to do? Correct equipment like portable miners. Oh, gotta do miner stuff. Portable miners. Rotate. How do we rotate? Lock hologram. So you can lock the hologram by holding it. Okay, so if I hold right trigger, it's now locked. So that's how you lock it. Enable vertical nudging by pressing R1 or holding R1. And then use the D-pad to move up and down. Okay. Then if I unlock the hologram, it allows me to free place again. So that's how you do the locking with controller. If I press R1, I turn snapping on. And it snaps to... And it snaps. So this is just basically the control key on PC. Right?
Hey, a resub.
So,
Thank you.
again,
Vertical
we can place
twitch
freely.
on mobile kinda goes hard.
Right. That's because I've set it up that way, though. The way I've set it up makes it look pretty nice. I'm going to be honest. How I've set the vertical stuff up. So again, like we've got free placing. Then if I press R1, it turns the snapping mode on. And then if I hold R2, I then can lock it and I can nudge it with the D-pad. Enable vertical nudging by holding R1. Like, these are very simple controls and they work. You know? Now the question is... Okay, so yeah. So for you to sample a building, you have to look at it. You basically do what I do. Right? Is... I always pull it out. And the other reason... Because people always say, Bitz, why do you always pull out your dismantle tool when you're copying something? Is I use it personally just so people can see what I'm grabbing. Right? And I can then press square to sample it, right? That's what I normally do on PC, but I use it with middle mouse button. Because normally you can just press, look at this, press middle mouse button, that's it. So they've got the dismantle, so you've got to use the dismantle key to then sample it, to then to grab it. Which is pretty quick, to be honest. Everything's really smooth so far. But again, we're very early on in the game, right? Before any craziness happens. So we want to build some... portable miners, right? We need some plates. For some reason, though, I need to get used to the toggle for sprinting. Because with most games I play with sprinting, I know I'm normally a hold the thumbstick kind of person. Like, I'll be able to change it from toggle to hold, you know. I'm currently running this on PS5. Do we want to pin that, Dragon? Do you want to just kind of pick messages? Bitz is on PS5. Is testing PS5 or something. So pick up these. I really like the toggle law on. I really want this on PC. To toggle the auto pickup, so I can just run now and do it. I really like the toggle. I want this on PC. Because normally you just got to hold the key, right? As you're sprinting, running around. Having a toggle would be really nice. Oh! I've just realized that. Okay, wait, how can I merge these back together again? Okay, that's something I don't like. Is for me to pick up this stack and move it here, I have to hold X and then move it in place. I wish it was the other way around. I want to be able to press X on that X on that instantly and click X on that to merge. I don't want to have to hold, move. I don't like that. Yeah, they obviously got the sort button, right? But I don't like if I want to move something, I've got to hold it. I'm not a hold person, hold key sort of person. I despise holding. But that's just me in like all games. I hate like RPG games where you've got to go to a backpack and you've got to go inside the backpack and then you hold like E to pull that item out instead of tapping it. Just going out, out, out. And you got to hold it to transfer it over. I don't like them. But which key is it for sort? It's just the start menu. Okay, so it's the start key for that. Okay. Right. I need to go back over here again. This is gonna be very slow to get through all of this. It's probably gonna be the slowest we've ever got through. Okay, so it's a constant speed. I just wanted to test because like the more items that get put in here. I'm curious if there was going to be like a sped up version, like a multiplier when you speed up. Because switch areas with this. And then craft by holding. I could just tap square, which is fine. What about hold to run though? Some games I'm like, I don't want to keep running. Yeah, so I would guess. Let me quickly do this. I'm going to guess you'll be able to go into the settings. And I would guess you should be able to toggle controls. Auto release sprint. There you go. Hold to sprint. We don't want auto release sprint, but if we put hold to sprint. I didn't save it again, did I? Oh yeah, I did. So hold to sprint. So if I hold thumbstick in now, there we go. Yeah. Now this just comes. It feels like I'm playing an FPS now. You know. So you can change it to hold to sprint. I feel combat can be great. I'm the opposite with you there, Raymond. The only benefits I see now that I'm a core PC player is I feel like driving games or any form of vehicles is going to be nicer with a controller, and FPSs and shooters or combat is better with mouse and keyboards because you can just point click. You're just pointing at people's heads, right? Unless you're a person that doesn't disable smoothing, which you really should if you want to think it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, combat. Yeah. But for me, driving games, I prefer to drive with controller. Like, even turning here, it's just everything's delayed. And it's just something you're going to get used to, right? Like, if you notice, if I would have just turned around here, normally I would have just done like a full 180 and just run out straight away. Wait. I'm used to the toggle now. The toggle on sprint, and it's I need to get used to it. Where's controls? I need to put this back on. Hold to zipline. I definitely want hold to zipline. I think hold to zipline toggled on by default, I feel like is a good thing. Like I said, I feel like they've definitely thought about the Wait, did I? Oh, I didn't make the plates. I made the rod things, didn't I? Oh, I didn't save the thing. Hold to sprint. There we go. Make some rods. The blurred motion. Yeah, I don't even have blurred thingy on. That's just naturally for console. The motion blur is naturally on because if I go into options and go into video, motion blur is off. If I turn it on, you know, I feel like it's not. I think it's a bug, maybe. If I turn it off now and thingy, let's see what it looks like now. Yeah, it's still there, but that's just because it's a console thing. Right? That's because it's a console thing. It's just going to take a time to get used to. And again, it's not like I've been saying, it's like, the game at the end of the day is a casual game. It's not like it's bloody esports, bloody worthy. You know what I mean? Where am I going here? I need to make some of you. Alright, let's make some portable miners. Wait, what's the slide? I'll take some time to get used to. Satisfactory esports, yeah. It works a lot better with the toggle, because you're always sprinting anyway. How do I open my inventory menu again? Oh, it's that. Blah, blah, blah. The little puppies. Bean! How is it over on the consoles? You feeling at home yet? Alright, let's upgrade that.
Hub upgrade 2, power and shell, completed. The smelter can turn raw ore such as copper and iron into ingots, and the biomass burner generates power when fueled. Fun fact, most of the native flora and fauna is compatible with Fix-It technology. Fueling the biomass burner with inappropriate materials will result in deductions or even cancellation of your yearly bonus. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 3.
Chat, I want to science something with you, because I'm using an activity feed that is now integrated into OBS. If somebody's not subscribed to my Bitz Live YouTube channel, can somebody just do it? You can unsubscribe afterwards. But I just want to test to see the response and how long it comes through on this activity feed. I don't know if it's going to be like, because I can see that Cap and CYP earlier did it. That was an hour ago. So I'm kind of curious on how quick that was. Done. Okay. What's your, is your name the same on YouTube on the Bitz Live? So I'm kind of curious on how fast this will come through now. You sub with the same name. Okay, what time is it now? It's 15:30. Let's see how long. Are you still subscribed right now? You just subbed also. Okay. Don't unsubscribe on them yet until it comes through, because it might not. Oh, there we go. Who's the Raffers88? When did you just subscribe? That's you, Slappy? That's just come through. So, I have a feeling. Do you have your YouTube settings so you can, like, people can publicly see your what's it called? When you subscribe to them. Because YouTube has that, right? So if you don't have that set, your notifications won't come through, but because you have it, it's come through instantly. So if anyone else doesn't have that, it won't come through. It's in like the YouTube settings. It says like, doesn't it? Like, allow people to see who you subscribe to or something like that, isn't it? Can't remember the actual setting name. So for everybody that's just done it, you probably don't have that setting activated, whereas Slappy does. Can't remember where it is though in the settings, but that come through pretty quick. That come through pretty quick. And you subscribe with tier 1 on Twitch as well. Keep private. Yeah, that'd be why then. That'd be why. Well. Okay. So I need to get copper. FYI, privacy keeps sub-private. Yes. Get to the copper. It feels really weird right now. Just because I don't think you do. Is there a way we can change the UI scale? Oh, there is. We can change it on the PlayStation 5. That's the tooltips. Is the... Enable large inventory slots. Let's disable that. Awesome Shop Dark Mode, yes. There you go. Now you got like, now that it looks like a normal Satisfactory menu. Inventory. Get to the copper. Come on, buddy. Feels weird. I wonder how many people's bought this though on the consoles. I'm kind of curious because I don't know if they've done any form of marketing push for console. I keep pressing X to like place. Cross-platform is allowed. Cross-platform between PlayStation and Xbox is allowed, but you can't play with people on PlayStation on PC. So you can play with people on Xbox if you're on PlayStation, and you can play with people on PlayStation if you're on Xbox, but you can't play with people on PC. It's just because PC has like a bigger scope in regards to changing config files, all that stuff. Will that eventually work? Maybe down the line when technology gets better, maybe for consoles, but I don't think it will be anytime soon. Don't. But it feels nice, though. It's smooth, the menus are smooth. It's just getting used to what we're already used to, but in a different way with the what's it called. Does the dev team know that people are having crashes issues on consoles when you link the Epic accounts on the main menu? Don't know. Best thing to do is check if it's on the exclamation mark. If you do exclamation mark QA, see if it's on the QA site, if it's been added to that. Is there actually, I don't think there's a way we can check, right? There's no way of reporting bugs on here as well, is there? On console. I'm surprised there isn't like a button and it comes up with a feedback menu or a bug report menu. And you can type it in, you put your name, you type your name, and that sends to the QA site from the game itself. Bada-bum.
Hub Upgrade 3, Interior Furnishing, completed. The constructor can produce simple parts, and power poles allow for the expansion of the power grid. When you make the inevitable mistake, Fix-It's dismantling feature is designed to salvage all resources used during construction, in line with our zero-waste policy. We understand that Fix-It pioneers are only human, and thus prone to error. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 4.
We're only human. Okay, that did just save. I wanted to double check. Well, we got some automation now, didn't we? We got things. We got thermal stuff. I could literally just put thermal stuff down now. We got smelters and constructors now on as well. We have got infinite power on because of we put it in creative mode. And we're already unlocking stuff as well. I do kind of want to see how this will feel on the controller. I've not tried it on the controller. You know. Obviously, I'm going to need bloody fuel. Why did that allow me to open... Oh, it's the record menu. I thought we're looking at a bloody different thing. Let me... Oh, actually, no. Let's just put some thingies down. We've got infinite power. We're in creative mode. Seems so high up. Did I not put God power on? Did know. All right. Could try some of these. What's up, Renfu? How doing? One thing I do like how it automatically takes you over to the output on the smelters. So I don't have to come into here and it will automatically be highlighted on iron ore. It takes you straight over because that's where majority... If you're going to come into a smelter, you're more than likely going to change the recipe or you're going to grab the items from the smelter, right? Big day for consoles, it is. It is. I'm kind of curious if putting these notes in here is wild. Subscribe. And that's been added to my notes on the right hand side now. Subscribe. At least they've added it. Like, it's there for people to use. You know what I mean? It's not like the consoles have got like a dumbed down edition of Satisfactory. They've got new enough. What we have seen so far is majority or new enough all the features of what PC player has. It's just a different way of doing it, you know? It's just a little bit of a different way of doing it. Did I miss the C? Subscribe. That's you know. So who's been waiting for it to come to console? I know some people have. I know like most people on the YouTubes have. Oh yeah, we unlocked everything in the hub, didn't we, as well? Not in the hub, in the awesome shop. Been waiting at almost 2 years? Hell yeah. It's just typed with an accent. True. My throat, chat. My throat is killing. I'm not unlocked miners, have I? No. Wait, I've got foundations, haven't I? What am I doing? I have foundations. I have foundations. Oh, that's a good point. Let's see how the zooping is going to be. Oh, I've only got half foundations. Because we've not technically unlocked the base 0. Yeah, okay. We've not unlocked the thingy milestone. So we've got half foundations. Toggle building mode. Default, zoop. So click once. Yeah, basically do that. The dismantle feature there. Mass dismantle. Okay, so you've got to hold R1 to mass dismantle. Got it. Got it. Bean, I'm not gonna lie, you've been stood there for a while. What's going on, sir? Are you just sitting cozy over there? What up, Booty? How's the console feel? It feels really smooth. Really smooth so far. It's running well, works well, but we're still at the early game, right? But it's running pretty smooth at the minute. Did I put any things up here? Miners. Or did I take them off? Ah! I didn't. It's okay, nice. What is Bean doing there? I don't know, he's just kind of like big chilling. He's just big chilling here. Let me just check something real quick. Boop. Can I dismantle the hub without losing things in the storage box, or do the thing? It'll take the things with you if you've got room in your storage. If not, it'll leave a box on the ground. Joe, by the way, did you get the game? Did you install it? See you all later. Have a good one running. I don't know what time you'll be back, but I might be off by the time you get back. Depends on what time you get back. Because I can't do a long one today because I don't want to overdo my voice like I did yesterday. Well, tomorrow or next week? You'll see me tomorrow. It'll be like another shorter one tomorrow. Because I don't want to go to this bloody industry meetup on Thursday at the Red Bull Sphere thing and be like, shit. You know? Well, I've got some personal things to do on Saturday because I'll be getting back from London on Friday. But personal things to do on Saturday. Sunday, there'll more than likely be a stream in the evening, in the afternoon, brother. Hello, Gouda. I'll do it. Wait, I need to figure out how to rotate. Hold on. How do I rotate? Get that. Production. Smelter. Rotate. Okay. Gotta use the D-pad. Again, I'm pressing... I keep pressing X to jump. Do 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 do. Just gonna leave that to do its thing. Look, Bean's still stood here. Bean? Wait, can I grab Blade Runners? I can't, I just need the items. Advanced game settings. Give it items. Blade Runners. Okay, so that's easier. Where's Alpha Parachute? I gotta just give myself a jetpack. We'll see what the jetpack feels like. Dark matter crystals. Oh. Let's grab some of you. Give stacks. Confirm. Yes. Let's see how the jetpack is. Blade Runners. That's something to get used to. Is not being able to tap the jetpack, but turn. Because you got to release the fuel to then switch your thumb back to the thumbstick to turn. You'll get used to it.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fix-it production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use.
Load path, hide path, fixed camera. Okay, let me... go over here. Put some of you in there. The driving already feels better. Because driving with controller anyway just feels a lot nicer. You've got more control. Bean? I tell you what, I like how that's one thing I do like the PlayStation over Xbox is the controller. I like the size of the Xbox controller, but I like the features of the PlayStation controller. I like how it's got the dual sense feeling in the rumble. The rumble on the PlayStation controller is just far superior than the Xbox pad, and it's also got obviously the touch pad and the speaker on it as well, which I like the speaker, especially in certain games, that because it creates like a better immersion. Like if you're playing Ghost of Yotei, when you sheath your samurai, it does like a ting and all that kind of stuff. Got a nice little feature. And like in Satisfactory, Ada's voice lines are coming out of here. Out of the pad. But then also, I'm going to guess the chainsaw. Anything in your hand, what you have in your hand, the audio comes through the controller. What was I doing? I was getting you, wasn't I? I could just give myself all these items and just not do what I'm doing here. But I'm a spawn. Beep, a bob, ba-doop. Totally forgot I had a jetpack as well. Alright, let me just unlock all of these. Puppy power. Oh, it was wire I needed. What I find crazy though is grabbing things from the items here is so much easier than what it is for console, for PC. Alright, let's just send these. Get these through. Ba-da-bum!
Hub Upgrade 4, landing platform and utilities completed. Conveyor belts connect the output of one building to the input of another and transport resources. Due to past incidents, I have been asked to issue a clarification. Portable miners, obviously, do not have a connection for conveyor belts. There is nothing to suggest, visually or functionally, that they can be connected to portable miners. If this is something you struggle with, do not worry. Fixit has alternative uses for all their pioneers. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 5.
Thank you. Oh, chat, did you see that Affinity and Canva have joined forces? Because Affinity was already good in the first place, and Canva was good in its own way as well. But now, Affinity is really, really rivaling Photoshop. And it's free. You know? And it's free. Prefer the PS5 controller over everything. I never liked the Xbox controller. The asymmetric layout, the thumbsticks always bugged me. It felt too big and bulky in the controller. It all depends if you got thingy right. Also made in the UK within Nottingham. Nothing is free. You're paying for it somehow. No, it's like you got a free version, right? But there's always a paid version, but it's free. And what you can do in the free version is near enough what you can do in Photoshop. Drops. Drops. What was I doing here? Oh.
Hub Upgrade 5, power expansion completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function. Caution, as you expand, the energy demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid.
Shut Ada.
The onboarding program was established because Fixit
What do you
pioneers
mean?
often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism, or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern. This should pass within 5 to 7 workdays. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 6.
You always build more. We don't need to worry about power. What do you
Hub
mean?
upgrade 6, landing platform hydraulics completed. Freighter landing initialized. Congratulations, you have completed onboarding and achieved the absolute minimum skill level required of a Fix-It pioneer.
Yes.
Fix-It looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners can now be built individually. Your first official objective is to initiate project assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so Fix-It recommends getting to work.
PvP in sports? Fable, what do you mean? Fable was the best RPG game growing up. Obviously, Oblivion. It's all changed in the last 10 years. Yeah. The one thing I can give credit to for Xbox is that they're doing multi-platform, even though we don't talk about the prices. But at least they're wanting to go multi-platform. Whereas PlayStation is very held back still. They're still wanting to target that pure console player. Which, again, there's nothing wrong with it. What was we doing here? Mwah.
Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
Right, we've now unlocked everything. So we can just play around with a few things now. Just play around with a few things. I still keep trying to toggle. Buddy. Okay. I'm going to be honest. Bean has an obsession with limestone. You know? Did you check out the controller support for 1.0? Yes, I did indeed. It feels really nice. It actually feels better than I expected it to be. It feels a lot better than I expected it to be. It's just the getting used to the sensitivity, obviously dialing that in kind of thing, and then just getting used to it over just in general. But the UI is responsive. They've thought well on how to be able to like collect the bushes and whatnot by allowing you to toggle to pick up and stuff like that. They've thought well on how the user interface is in here. Like, I can just scroll along here, right? But if I use the right thumbstick and flick right, it takes me over to my Pioneer's inventory. So you can get around pretty quick. The only thing I didn't like, which I mentioned earlier, was being able to, if I want to move something in my slots, even though you're not going to use it a lot of the time, like you can sort it, but if you wanted to move something in here to another slot, you've got to hold it. And that's the only thing I don't like. I don't like holding items in my inventory to move to something. I think, because I feel like it'd be so much easier just to tap. But then again, I'm guessing the reason they've done that is because if you want to send an item over from a machine, you click it from your inventory and it'll flick over, but that's a different UI thing. Yeah, the auto pickup is nice in this. I prefer it over the PC one, even though, because like the PC you can still hold. I would like, I want a toggle now to for the PC. The UI is nice. Obviously, if you want to search for something, it's going to be a pain. You know, if you want to search for something. So, like, if I wanted to search for smelter, I'll start putting all these in. Da 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 da. You know, but that's always going to be a problem with consoles anyway because of limitations, unless you've got an extension that goes onto your controller. What's it called? Do we even have the in-game calculator? Do we have the in-game calculator? Whoop. Main mode, build mode, hologram mode, customization mode. Would that? It's not like a major issue. You could just use your phone or something, right? Is it in the to-do list? That's the map, recipes, the notes. Oh God. I don't think they've added it. I think it's going to be an external use if you wanted to use it. Use your phone, yeah. I just use the calculator and the phone. That's what I think most people will use. 'Cause I feel like to do that on a console anyway is going to be an absolute pain in the ass, right? Because like on PC you can quickly use the numpad, but on console, to type as you can just tell that 45 plus 5 in there was just not happening. PS5 base, we're using the base, just the PS5. So we're currently on the performance setting, and I don't see a problem with this. I'm pretty sure we're playing in 1080p, and we're getting about 45 to 60 FPS. It's smooth. Game's running well. You know. I like how fluid the menus are. I've said this a few times now. It feels good. It feels good. It'll just take a time to get used to the movement in regards to controller and whatnot. You know. How you doing the map? Obviously, you're playing the game naturally. I'm in creative mode right now, so I've unlocked the map. You need to unlock the map to get the map unlocked. But if you're playing on PlayStation, it's the middle, the touchpad. Speak the numbers in the mic in order for the calculator. I don't think so, because I'm not seeing a way for us to do that. It is a very early unlock, yeah. It took me a while to find the flashlight, though. So if you hold R1, you bring up the tools. But if you look to the left of the wheel over there, that's where your flashlight key is. So to turn on flashlight, that's how you find it. It's the same with holster as well. And the only problem I have with them is the same problem that people are gonna had with the PC side, is when this wheel opens, not a lot of people know you can use the right mouse button to switch wheels and left mouse button to switch wheels. Right, so not a lot of people knew about that until someone tells you, or you spot it yourself eventually. But it took me a while to find the flashlight over there and holster. Because right now, I feel like the down on the D-pad and the left on the D-pad is the emotes. If I hold left on the D-pad, it's that. But I'm kind of curious, because that's the holster. I think left on the D-pad is meant to turn my torch off, but it's not. I don't know if that's a bug right now. Because if I press right on my D-pad, it holsters my weapon. If I press up, it scans. If I press left, I feel like it's meant to turn my torch off, because that's what it indicates here. It's just like it does with holster and unholster. You see? And if I press left on the D-pad, it's not doing anything. So I feel like that's a bug. I don't know if it's meant to be turning the torch on and off, but it's not doing anything. And down on the D-pad does nothing either. How was the performance? So I thought this performance is pretty good. Like, the only difference I noticed in regards to performance and quality was that in the quality mode, you get longer render distance, and so you can kind of see it. If I've spawned in like stuff because I'm in creative mode right now, just sciencing things. Coffins, thank you so much for the tea. Where's my alerts? Where's my alerts? Why are my alerts not playing? Are you guys hearing my alerts? Don't think so. I'm not hearing the alerts.
Oh my god, is that a Twitch Prime?
That worked.
Back to the factory.
That worked. For me, why did your alert not come through? But Coffins did. Subscribe, yeah. Subscribe. Subscribe. Yeah, so the only difference really that I'm noticing in regards to performance and quality is the render distance. You can kind of see I'm about to get booped off here, aren't I? Nope. Is the render distance. So you can see the grass down here. That's where it's kind of hitting. But if I go into settings and go into video and then change my performance to quality, keep in mind I'm not on the Pro PS5, I'm on the normal. Apply, confirm. You can easily see that I've gone down to at least 30 FPS now, and the render distance has crept up, and the fog gets a little thicker in regards to like the gases. But I couldn't play like this. The frame rate's too low for me. I'd rather the game run pretty well, especially if I was a console user. But at the end of the day, I'm used to playing at like 150, 200 FPS, right? So I'm going to easily notice this. Just like I would normally like playing 4K, I'm clearly playing in 1080p right now. And I can see the difference. Because I'm just a bloody snob when it comes to visuals. It's like, do you remember that when you first started playing like 1080p and you went to HD from 480. Do you guys remember that? Like, so I know some of you could go old and go to the fucking Ataris, right? But I know from my childhood, I was playing just PlayStation on a 480p, you know, your standard block, bloody red, yellow cable and all that stuff. Yeah, you can. I know you can. But I remember the big game changer for me was going from your standard TV to a HD TV. And I remember how insane that was. Still the best graphics. That's the thing, though, is the good thing about them games back then, there was actually what on the TVs, they had the whole, what was it called again? The elements in the TV. A lot of games designed the character models and whatnot around the pixels of the TV, right? That's why if you get like a remake, not a remake, but like if you get one of the games back from back then, but they've got it on a new HD display, CRT, thank you, Yob. If you was to play it now, it doesn't feel the same. Yeah, the CRT scan lines, but if you play the game back with CRT lines again and whatnot, it feels more how it should be. It's the same with how they visually look. It looks visually better on that because the designers made it for them screens. You know? You could smell when your TV got turned on. The TV to give it the vibe. But yeah, it's yeah. Okay, let me go back into performance mode. Back into performance mode. Video quality performance. So I know a lot of you have obviously been playing Satisfactory for a while, but for those experiencing it on console for the first time, how are you finding it right now? How do you slide? Hold circle if you're on PlayStation. B if you're on Xbox. My uncle's 72-inch projector TV on the size of those. Could you imagine anything like those these days? See, that's the thing is some of the games are developed for like certain TVs and displays and whatnot, right? Especially back then anyway. Right. Right, let's start putting a production line together. Let's just see how it feels. We just so if anyone is joining, we are basically in creative mode and just seeing how everything feels. As most of you know, I normally play on bloody console, but mainly play on PC. So getting used to everything here is awkward. Is awkward. And by the way, we have unlocked everything, so spoilers, even in case you don't want to... There's no story spoilers, but machine spoilers. Yeah, you might see them stuff. But yeah, that's right. So we got zoop mode on. Rotate is with that, okay. I still keep pressing X to build. And it goes without saying that you're going to build slower on console compared to PC. World grid, yeah. Yep. So if you hold R1, that snaps it to the world grid. So the thing is, what I'm impressed with is, and I said this earlier, is how they have every single feature that the PC has, plus some extra features than what the PC doesn't have. Yeah, I'm a newbie. That sounds weird, doesn't it? I'm new to Satisfactory console. Oh my god. Could you imagine if I ever got to nuclear on console before PC? Could you imagine that? I know some of you have never seen me do nuclear. I tell you what, though, going back to PC is going to feel so nice after I've done with this, you know. Yeah, there's no chance. I'm not even. I'm probably never going to play Satisfactory away from the PC. I don't think I could. You would be cancelled. I don't think I could. Have you seen you do nuclear? Yeah, a lot of people have never seen me do nuclear. I'm kind of curious to see if certain things can be done on here that we can do on PC. Let's try that, actually. Like the building tips. Because if that's the case, I can bring... is when I do any form of videos, I keep going into that menu. I can at least mention it can be done on PC, on console as well. For example, let's try the architecture tab, right? Let's see if we can do the things on PC on the console. I keep pressing X to build, and it's jump. So now if I go back into here, and then go into here, and then get myself a road barrier. Rotate. So we can free place on here. Like we can do. Nice. Alright, let me sample that building then. Ah, I did it again. If you randomly see me jump, you know I'm trying to place it. And whatnot, you know? I would switch R2 and R1 to build with bumper and not trigger. I agree with you. I think I agree. I feel like... I don't know if it's just because of the PlayStation controller, because the PlayStation right trigger and left trigger are stiffer than the Xbox. Because they have... Did that just get built inside? No, it got built underneath. But I agree. I feel like building with with the R1 will be better. Will be nice. Let's do that. Up. Did it again. So yeah, there's two features on the console edition I want to bring over to PC. I did it. Did it again. Oh, we can. Ah! I tell you what, it's going to... The thing about the console, it's going to be a lot more tedious to do things. Like, you're 100%... You know how I do my smooth turns? You're not going to do that on console. You're not going to do that on console. You're 100% going to do the snapping method instead. So yeah, like you can still do like the stuff on here. What will also be tedious for consoles will be signs as well. But again, like there's no rush to the game, so it's not like you need to do it fast anyway. But because the reason I say that is because if you whip out a sign,
Bitz, you're a spoon.
to type in here.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Yes, spoon. Huh? Oh, you gotta press square to apply. Oh, they need to get rid of that. They need to change that. Wait, don't they allow that on PC? If you back out of it, it automatically saves. I'm pretty sure that it does, right? If you just type it in, come out the box, back out the sign, it automatically stays there, doesn't it? It doesn't on PlayStation. You have to click apply. I think that will get addressed. That will get addressed. So now that I've done that, I'm going to click that. I've got to now press square to apply. So I feel like they've got the old sign method. Me. Because I'm pretty sure before 1.1, 1.0. Yeah. Just line the walkway with previous foundations and nudge them back and forward. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've never done nuclear. I know that's the sliver of Bitz tab, but nevertheless. Did you try to hook keyboard and mouse? Not to the PlayStation, no. No. Because they do allow it, don't they? But they did mention it in the video, and that got I think Mikhail addressed it. But that's a PlayStation thing. I think he mentioned in the video. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said in the video when he was explaining about the whole console thing. And he was doing like the Q&A kind of stuff. He was like, could you connect a mouse and keyboard to the PlayStation? And I'm pretty sure that was a limitation for PlayStation side, not their side. I'm pretty sure that got mentioned. But so far, everything we were able to do on PC, we do it on here. There's 2 features which I want on PC from console now. Yeah, subscribe. There's 2 features on console, which are, I'm going to go over these again, which is the toggle to pick up leaves. Right? Is to toggle. So I can just run around now and pick them up. Normally, you would hold E. Right? On console. So you would normally run around and hold the key, right? Where on console, it's just a toggle, you just run, you pick them up. Right? I want this for PC. You know? Well, you don't need to spam E. You don't need to spam E, you can just hold it. But I want a toggle version. I feel like the toggle on PC would be really nice. The next thing I want is for those people who don't have like MOBA mouses, right? For example, my mouse is a 3-button mouse on the key on the side, right? And which means I like how they've got the hotbar set up in this. So I can hold L1 and I can bring up the hotbar menu. The hotbar wheel. I would like this. A lot of people ask me why I don't use the hotbar. It's because I don't like leaving my hands off WAS and D as I'm building. Right? So having the hotbar as a wheel to be able to select and then move over to other hotbars, because once you put something down once anyway, you're going to then, so if I need to grab it, I'm just going to go into dismantle mode and then copy it anyway, right? But I feel like that would be nice as a PC feature, to be able to pull this up as well. Or if I'm entirely dumb and we can already do that, but I'm pretty sure we can't. You know? I have a mobile mouse with 12 buttons on the side and 2 more on the top. Yeah, exactly. So I used to have one and I used to do Satisfactory with it back in the day, and I used to use hotbars at the time. But now I've got other mouses that I've got 2 buttons on the side or 3 buttons on the side. That's a bit more of a pain because I don't like, especially when I'm building, I don't want to go over to 8 or 9 or 7 on my keyboard. You know what I mean? I would prefer a wheel I can pop up, because I use the wheel a lot. For example, if I'm looking at once I've built something, for example the barrier, if I get the barrier in hand and then I sample the building, right?
On PC, if you temporarily switch to gamepad, turn on the auto leaves pickup and then go back to KB plus mouse, the auto pickup will stay on. Happened to me recently while testing.
That's a nice thing, but who's gonna do that? How many percentage of people is gonna let's go over to, let's just put that in, let's switch that on there, come back again, and then it's done. But wouldn't that mean you every time you play Satisfactory or boot it back up, you gotta do that? But you did trick the system, so kudos, yeah.
Hey, thank you.
So exactly, so like I said here, once you've picked something up like a barrier, you can then quick switch to other items, and I use this function a lot, right? I like this method a lot, because like, oh, I've got a barrier. If like, for example, if I know I'm going to be switching, like, yeah, you can do a quick switch like this, but the reason I don't use that is because once you get near to more mid to end game, there's a lot more items in the clicks, and as we know, us players, we don't like, oh, well, us as just a species doesn't like to tap a lot. This is the reason why Amazon do quick checkouts, and a lot of stores do quick checkouts, because we don't like going click, 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 next page, click, click, click. The less clicks means more chance of purchase, right? And it's the same with games. So like, for example, going through all of these, because once you go past it by accident, you've got to go back through it again, right? This is the reason I don't use it, because I'm a spoon and I'll end up going past it. But if I go into here and I'll select it and I'll place it down, right? And then I'll change it to something else. It's very much like that, and a good way of using it is for walkways, right? Walkways is a good prime example of using that feature, because you'll end up, I keep pressing X to build, because you'll build it out, wouldn't you? And if you want to turn a right, more than likely you're going to switch towards them, right? And then you'll switch it either here or this way, so I want to go up ramp or down ramp. If I rotate, it does that. You know. Do you know something? I am more than happy with the graphics. As a person who is a visual snob, who I have to have everything whacked up full, 4K, if I could, I'd have HDR on and whatnot. But for someone as snobby as me when it comes to visuals, I'm okay with the graphics. You know, for a console, they're good. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're going to get 1080p. You're going to get 60 or below FPS, depending on what performance. If you choose performance, you're going to get 60. If you choose quality, you're going to get 30. I would recommend not choosing quality. I don't see the point in it. I've had a look at performance and quality. It makes no sense. You're not getting much difference in my eyes. The only thing you're going to get better is render distance. So if you're a person that wants to take screenshots of your factories or build your factories and wants to make them look pretty, build them in performance. And then if you want to record anything or take any pictures, quickly change it to quality just to get your picture only and then switch back. You know what I mean? But, because, like, the only difference I've really seen in regards to performance and the quality setting is the render distance. That's a big performance hit on consoles. It's like, you can just see where the grass is just rendering in here, but when I switch to quality, it extends the grass quality down there. And then the smog clouds here are a lot thicker as well. There's not much difference in shadows and lighting, but it wouldn't surprise me because I can't really tell on console, is if the shadow render distance is, you know. But yeah, like, it's okay. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to play Satisfactory for the visuals, especially if I'm on console. And if you're just a pure console gamer anyway, you're not going to know any better, right? Because you're not going to be seeing all the... You won't be, like, accustomed to, like, PC visuals and hardcore specs and all that kind of stuff, right? It'll look decent for you. But for me, it's okay because I'm coming down from, you could say, a higher visual downgrade I'm coming from. You know what I mean? But yeah, so we can still do most things. Well, like, we can do all things that you can on PC. I'm trying to find things that maybe you can't. The auto pickup is active as well because you can see it under my health bar. The jetpack feels nice. The only thing you've got to get used to in regards to the jetpack compared to PC is tapping and turning. Because you've got to tap, quick move your thumb back over to the thumbstick to look and fly in that direction. So that's just something you've got to kind of get used to. Compared to tapping spacebar and using your mouse to move. You know what I mean? Where you can usually do all three in together. But getting used to keeping high whilst also using the right thumbstick to look around and move in the direction you want. Will just take a little bit to get used to if you're going from PC to console anyway. Again, if you're just going straight to console, you're not going to even notice. I have not tried train stuff yet, no. My biggest thing I'm trying to get over right now is I keep pressing X, which is A on Xbox, to build, where it's rather right trigger. And someone mentioned it in chat before, it would be better if R1 was to build, and I agree with them. I like the whole UI. UI's fluid. It moves nice. I've not even tried coloring, to be honest. I feel like this is definitely going to be the way you're going to be coloring. Because you are restricted in regards to movement. You know how you're painting. But again, the game's not for esports bloody stuff. Satisfactory esports. You know what I mean? You got the customizer menu from in there. I'm going to guess... Because the one thing we have noticed that's not in the game is the calculator, right? And it kind of makes sense. We noticed the calculator is not in the game, unless we've missed it somewhere. But it kind of makes sense why, because typing on console, going 42 plus times 3, by the time you've already tried to type it in there and then searched it, you've already worked it out in your head. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, a new subscription!
Oxford Mart gifted a tier 1 sub to Zarevich YT.
Oxford Mart, thank you so much. Appreciate you, man. And Nerd Without a Name as well. Thank you so much for 5 months. But Oxford Mart, thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, other than that, yeah, there's no calculator. Again, it took me a while to find the torch. And I think most people will be like that until they get told or quickly do a quick search on where it is, because it is off the screen a little bit. So to use the torch, it's actually there. It says the left D-pad is to activate it. I think we have a bug currently in the game because left on the D-pad is not doing anything. And I'm pretty sure it should be turning my torch on and off, but it's not. But if I press right, it holsters and deholsters. Unholsters, sorry. So, what about servers? Can you change on PCs? No, you can't join anything in regards to PC. You can only do cross-platform to the other consoles. So there's your dismantle feature. You've got to hold. So you press left trigger to catwalk, and then you hold R1 or B on Xbox, and then delete. No, there's no crossplay with PC and consoles. You can only play Xbox, PlayStation, cross-platform. You can also send your saves over to console, and you can't take your saves from PC console to PC. And it's the same with you can't send your blueprints as well. You can't do any of that. Think of them as two independents. You've got the console platform, PC platform. They have their own thing. They have their own things. But yeah, I'm kind of curious. Let me quickly ask. I'm going to guess he might be too busy. Is there a dev in chat right now? Question mark. Satisfactory dev, before I ask. Bam 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 bam. Do 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 do. Actually, has somebody got access to controller for the PC version right now? Has somebody got access to that? That can quickly test something for me. It sounds nice. If someone's able to, can you just quickly I don't know, plug the controller into your Satisfactory and press left on the D-pad and just to see if the torch comes on or not? Was the streaming setup changes to PS5 a big one for you or just single HDMI cable? Wait, what? Was the streaming setup change to PS5 a big one for you? Just a single HDMI cable? Are you on about... What do you mean? As in... Don't forget to have your Fix-It protein bar. But use control mid-early game to go and get the HDs, motor speeds and sloops. It was good for that. It wasn't into buildings. Yeah. Yeah, capture card. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, so it's... I have a PlayStation connected to a capture card, and that capture card comes to my gaming PC. Right? But, you gotta remember, I'm on a 2-PC system right now. So, the capture card... I have 2 PCs. I have a capture card internally in both PCs, right? The gaming PC, the capture card connects to the PlayStation, Because if I come out, you can see the mouse right here, right? If I right click and toggle, you can clearly see I'm on my desktop. But I'm using the 4K Capture Utility app, which is the Elgato one, and I just play in this. So this is technically what I'm doing, but because I'm using a 2PC setup, this whole PC monitor screen is being captured to your PC, so you get to see everything. It's just that I toggle list to full screen, so it looks like it's just straight from the PlayStation. You know what I mean? So what you're seeing is technically a third iteration, kind of. Because the PlayStation would normally send the image, which is sending it to the Elgato. The Elgato is then showing a raw footage for me on my software, then the software is being captured by that PC through another HDMI, you know. Yeah, so holding down brings the emote wheel, but tapping it. Left D-pad does nothing on PS5 controller on PC. Okay, I feel like it should be torch. But I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure it's meant to be torch. Because in this wheel, it says holster is right, flashlight is left. But I don't know if that's just meant to be in this menu. Because I can holster here, and I can toggle flashlight. You can hear it going ding, 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 right? But then it says holster, unholster, da 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 da. And then if I do it here, if I press right here, it holsters and unholsters. But if I tap D, tap left, it doesn't turn the light on and off. So I feel like that's broken at the minute. I feel like that is a broken. Did I put a miner down? I didn't. I do like I said, I like how fluid the menus are. It's really nice. I feel like what would be nice, because it doesn't get used right now, is to be able to copy what I'm looking at. So normally, well, on PC, you'll just press middle mouse button, right, to copy what you're looking at. On console, however, you've got to go into the dismantle tool, then press square to copy what you want. But as I'm running around, square is doing nothing. So I feel like what I'm looking at eventually should be just to copy what I'm looking at. From what I've been told, Brick, is there is no limitation. I think the limitation is exactly what it is on PlayStation, on the PC, sorry. You know? Can you speed slide? So the good thing about the PC is you have toggle to sprint, right? You've also got that on, on PlayStation. So I tap the left thumbstick in now and I'm automatically sprinting. I don't have to hold it. There is an option for you to change that though. And if I hold B and jump, you can see that I can, what's it called? But there is a brief second, and I don't know if it's an input delay, where you can't get the bunny hop correct on console, like you can on PC. You know? You can't change anything in regards to controls. So you can't... You can do the standard jump, but you can't get the bunny jump, because the bunny jump, you do it as soon as you land instantly, right? You can't do that on console. So you can do this, but you can't get the speed bounce. Yeah, I know that, Zarin. Yeah, we know that, but we're trying it without the wheel. That's what we was testing. Appreciate you trying, though. So there's no rebinding of buttons. So these are all your buttons. So yeah, you can go into here, you go into here, go into controls. You can't rebind anything. The only thing you can do is set toggles, hold to sprint, hold to zipline, hold to snap. It kind of makes sense, right? Invert stuff, camera dead zones, and whatnot. All your controls are here as soon as you press start. And you've got different menus of everything's highlighted here. So you can't change anything. Right D-pad holsters and unholsters, but I also don't have the audio when pressing the left D-pad without the menu. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. What's the customization mode? The customization mode is for when you're in the customizer. So when you're in the customizer, you've got all of these. So hide UI, all that stuff. Right? It's not like it's a customization of you can customize it. I'm pretty sure that's the customization mode. Yeah, set filter, quick, yeah. What else was there? In regards to gameplay, you still have all your normal stuff in here. Near enough everything is exactly the same as console, PC, sorry. Except, obviously, you don't have the whole graphics. For some reason, you do have motion blur active, even though when it's inactive. As you can see, there is motion blur. And if I turn it on, and then apply, confirm, it just adds, it's like it doesn't fully turn it off. Yeah, camera shake, field of view, first person FOV modifier. Audio, you've still got all your audio. Streamer mode, for those that don't know, this does absolutely nothing. This does absolutely nothing. This is a troll, but it's also just a little, because all the music is not copyright in the game anyway. So for you content creators out there, this does absolutely nothing. This is just a confirmation for you, just to go, oh, I've got streamer mode on, we're safe. That's it. This actually changes absolutely nothing. Might be related to only 60 FPS. Possibly. Possibly, yeah. The wireless controller speaker, the PS5 controller does have speakers, as if you know. And it does work pretty well. Like, Ada's voice comes through this. The chainsaw, any of your tools come through your controller as well. You've still got all of these controls again, which is that. Bindings. So like, here's your vehicles. But you can't change any of them. You know? But I'm kind of curious in how many games, though, can you think of on top of your head where console allows you to change keybinds? I don't think there's much out there. Yeah, player movement. So here, holster is right, but emotes reel is left. And it doesn't say in brackets here, hold. Because you do need to hold the emotes radial. But if you tap the left, it doesn't do anything. Fighting games make sense because obviously you can have custom controllers for that, right? Clipboard copy. Clipboard paste. Sample building. Square and right trigger. Let's quickly test that real quick. Let's whip out just the constructor. Change presets. Yeah, that 100% change preset. I'm pretty sure Satisfactory has an alternate preset. In settings, is it controls? I'm pretty sure they have an alternate. Relation rotation. No. Relation rotation. What the hell am I talking about? Relative rotation to player. No, I don't think they do. Yeah, but most games have like, oh, would you like, you know, the left stick to be the right stick, or do you want X to be there or whatnot? Yeah. 6 years of muscle memory gone, yeah. Okay, so let's just put that in there. Let's also underclock this. And then did that automatically apply? It did. One thing we did notice is for you guys to also confirm on the PC version, right? If we change something, for example, I've just changed the. Let's just change it to yeah, right? If you see how I've just backed out, it's not applied, right? On the PC version, if you back out, it automatically applies, doesn't it? I feel like they've got the old thingy in here. So if I was to change it to the hub, then change this to yeah, I've now got to press square to apply it and confirm it. And then it changed. Oh, I did it again. Press an X to jump. Okay, it is copying them settings. Is it going to copy your settings? It did. And what was it? Left and... Wait, can I copy from here? I can sample the building. I think I actually have to go into the... Oh! Can you not copy and paste from outside of the machine? So that's copied there. Can I do it here? Okay, so you can. Yeah, so you can do it. So you can copy from there, paste. Okay, yeah, you can. Yeah, no apply needed. I thought so. Because I know it used to be where you used to have to click apply. That's why I feel like the signs are the older versions of what they are today on PC. Because I remember that was a big change, and that was, oh my god, the sigh of relief that everybody had was pretty wild. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh, sugar. Sugar. Sugar, honey, dun 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 dun. You wish to fix the blueprint menu? Oh, do you mean just from random changes and random... If you don't save things after you've saved things, it goes to the default area and whatnot. Okay. So that's that. I don't think there's anything else I kind of want to play around with here. Everything else kind of works pretty well. Wish we had a key bind for blueprint like we do cosmetics. You can add them to your hotbar. Yeah, nudge works on this, yeah. So the way nudge works on this is you grab what you need to, you then hold right trigger, so which is your place button. So normally you'll place with right trigger if you tap it. But if you hold right trigger, you go into hologram mode, and you can place it, then you just use the D-pad to move it around. But then if you hold R1, you can then use it to nudge up and down. Wait a minute. You can't do slight movements. You can't do the half movements. I just realized. Yeah. Wait a minute. No, that's naturally defaultly doing, but the vertical is not. Is it? Bean! Get out the gas. Wait a minute. Hold on, there's something weird going on here. So you can, if I'm not holding vertical nudging right now, right? I'm not holding vertical nudging. But if I do right and left, it's doing the half increments, right? But if I hold vertical nudging and do left and right, but then come out of it, there you go. You see how it just did a full jump? It's doing full jumps now. So if I tap vertical nudging and then do your next one, it does it as a full jump, which is 2 nudges. You see how it's doing full, look at the distance it's doing now. Right? We found a bug. So you can see, look at the distance I'm jumping at the minute. So I'm just before the central line of the foundation to jumping afterwards. But then if I tap enable vertical nudging, I then switch back to half increments. Cookmuck, no. Consoles can only play with the consoles. Then if I tap it, it puts me back to full increments. They're missing a thing at the bottom stating tap R1 for half increments and hold for enable vertical nudging. Yeah. So if you want to do halves, just tap it. Press it again, you go to half increments. Press it again, go to full increments. Hold it, go to vertical nudging. But also you're doing full as well. Devs, you shit. We already know this. Boop. I might have to do a QA post of just things I like and don't like and bugs we've come across. The blueprint system work okay? Yeah, the blueprint system works the same. I'm kind of curious. Transport works same. Everything works pretty well. Customizer materials. I'm not even gonna go into the... If I was a console player, going from PC to console, I wouldn't play with... I wouldn't even do blueprints. I wouldn't even do blueprints. Is the global illumination? I would say yes. We could science that actually. Because I know what the default Satisfactory looks like, and it's a lot brighter than this. Let's try with... I wonder if we can do the replace as well. That's something I want to try. If I was to get you, build you, I'm aiming at you, can I replace? Because I have the wall here. I don't think you can. I don't think you can replace something like you can in PC. So I want to replace this with a wall right now. I'm not seeing a keybind that allows me to. Oh, I've got to turn snapping mode on. And then build. So snapping mode is also replace as well. You know? So they need to change that as well. So where it says snapping for R1, it needs to do /replace. There is a quick switch, so if I was to grab it here and I press up on the D-pad, you got a quick switch. If I hold it, it brings up the wheel. If I press R3, it changes the material. Auto glass repair, auto glass replaced. So that's the E or whatever you got it. Yeah. Let's get a foundation. Oh, I keep pressing X to place. Let's turn my torch off. No, so they don't have global illumination. Otherwise, this room would be pitch black right now. I would think on the PS5 Pro, they might have it. Wait a minute. How about we change the game mode? Wait. Options, video. Let's change the quality. And apply. Confirm. No. So, on the standard PlayStation, they don't have... You know. They don't have global illumination. Otherwise, this room will be pitch black. And these lights, this sun setting, would not be bleeding through here. Still pretty, though. They've definitely done some tweaking. You know? They've definitely done some tweaking to the shadows and whatnot. And tried to kind of make it look like it. Because I know for a fact if you disable global illumination, it's kind of like semi-global illumination. Yeah, they've definitely done something with the lighting, but not created it where the light bounces. That's what I feel like they've given the global illumination look, but not like the refraction and all that kind of stuff. The bouncing. You know? Whereas if I was to boot up the game on PC... Boop. We can literally do the same scenario here, right? It's going to be so weird going to look at this now. It's going to be so bizarre. What I said, the new Twitch layout is fire. Yeah, so we're currently in the new alpha phase. We've been invited to the alpha version of the vertical on the Twitch app on mobiles, and I've been setting it up over the last couple of days. So for those that don't know, what that means is if you're on mobile now, you can actually watch the live stream in vertical mode. So if I go to my Twitch app and go to my channel and go to our live stream, I've set up things on my end because Twitch has teamed up with OBS and obviously Atom. That's what my stream looks like. If I go over here, whoop, that's what it looks like on the stream, and you can see how it's switched over. So like my camera's at the top, the game's in the middle, and chat's at the bottom. But if I go to full screen, so if I rotate the stream now, you basically get what you guys are watching if you're on desktop. You know? So you can watch it normally, and then you can have the chat on it like it used to be. But then if I switch it back to vertical, it switches to the vertical scenes now instead. You know? Because you are going to have some cutoff on the vertical side. You know? In-picture does some goofy stuff also. Yeah. So if you have the in-picture... Right, so we're on the PC version now. You cut off the edge a little. Yeah, I feel like I've got the ratio to camera to gameplay. I feel like I've got it right. Because if you notice as well, just below the actual gameplay is gameplay again, but I blurred it. So it's just a background for the chat. You know what I mean? So we're in game now. This is the PC version. So you can see it looks identical in regards to visuals. Well, say that. But let me just come over here. Where am I going? I want to be going down there. Right? So you can already see the visual difference, right? This is 4K, everything whacked up, right? But the lighting is near enough there, like, for the console version. Alright, so this is the console version. This is obviously nighttime. So if I just go into the PC version... Have I got... I've totally forgot the keybinds. Chat, what's to bring up the daylight stuff? What's to bring up the daylight mod? Sky UI. What's the keybind for it again? Control L. Thank you. So if I go to nighttime. Right, so this is what it looks like with global illumination on. If I go into video and turn it off. Where is it? Global illumination. We turn it off. That could just be set to whatever it is anyway, doesn't really matter. Dark. This is what it looks like again, right? Alt F4. Oh. Yeah, so, yeah, on the vertical, you can't see... you're basically seeing... If I get the mouse... This is what's being cut off. So, just from here... Everything there is being cut off. So if you're on desktop, you're not seeing the inventory in the bottom left, and you're not seeing the phase in the objectives. But you're primarily seeing the core of the game, though. Yeah, it's not much. So yeah, if I was to go into here now, if I go back to Fix-It Foundations, and we just place a couple of you down. And I go into here and go to walls, and I put the same walls up. You can already see the global, well, the spatial bloody, as it goes. Right. So this is in here. If I go into game, options, video. Apply. So this is now with global illumination on, right? So you can see the difference. So this is with it on the console. If I go into PC, this is what it is. If I go into the settings, go into video and turn it off, you can see again. So there is no, what's it called? Global illumination. But they've definitely done something in regards to the lighting and made it look better. But oh god, it feels so nice to be on PC right now. Oh! Oh. 5 years of experience. Of course, I'm going to delete that super quick compared to console. But I'm very impressed with how it looks on PlayStation, on console. Hello? There we go. We could literally play 2 Satisfactory at the same time. Oh, let's just wait for that one to go. Let's just quickly switch over to PC. Let's play this version. I tell you what, though, it clearly shows the difference in console power and PC power, though, as well. Cross-platform myself. You can get to core power time on console. It'd be total, because we know what he's like. He'll do like 2 weeks hardcore training. Like he's in the bloody Karate Kid or something. As he said when we was at the Modulus thing, oh, I only played it for an hour or 2. Balls. Balls. Alright, cool. Right, I think, chat, that we are going to call that for today, because I don't want to do too much.